Hey, good morning guys. Welcome back. Jared at 3C's Recreation. Today we're checking out the new 2025 CFMoto Z950 Sport. 18 degrees out this morning. It was 70 degrees 3 days ago. Snowed 3 inches yesterday. You can see all the snow on the roof still. So let's turn this camera around. Let's go check out this new machine. All right, so this is our first video on the new 2025 Z950 Sport. You can see it right there on the side there. Now this one, we've already kind of decked out. It's going to go in the showroom here in about 3 minutes. So front bumper accessory, Nerf bar accessory. So we have these cool Nerf bars, kind of protects your door. Now these doors are stock. And the other item that we added is our rear bumper here. Get my gimbal to turn, gives it some nice protection in the rear if you're backing up. This rear storage bin is stock, which we'll talk more about in a minute. And the last big thing that we've added is the audio. We did stage 1 and stage 2. So stage 1 includes the head unit and 2 speakers. There's one down each side. Sorry for the shadow on the camera there. It's sunny out today. MB Quartz down there. And we added stage 2 to this guy. So if we look up here, there's stage 2. Gives us the upper speaker. So protection and audio is what we've added so far. We'll probably add some windows in the showroom later. But front and rear bumpers, Nerf bars, and audio. So other than that, this thing is bone stock. Let's jump right into this thing. So we're going to go over all the features on this. Right away, we've got 27-inch tires, front and rear. A little bit narrower on the front. A little wider in the back for more flotation. This does have the adjustable shocks. We've got the compression clicker up here. So if you're going to go faster and you want to stiffen that thing up, just crank it in. All 4 shocks have the same knob on it. We do have the 4,500-pound winch in the front. With the synthetic rope, you can see the rope there and the update of the hook. It looks really cool, like the styling. It's a dual A-arm front suspension. This machine has 12 inches of ground clearance. In the front, we also have LED headlights, which is really cool at night. Really lights it up nice for you guys. So up top here, we do get the poly roof with it. And as I mentioned before, windshields click in super easy. They just lay right in these tracks all the way around. Nice, seamless. It creates a good, tight fit, so you're not going to get wet as you're riding on the trail. Now this machine does come with half doors, which is really cool. It's a good feature. Keeps all that mud spray from those tires coming up and hitting you guys, especially when it's cold like today. It's an easy open door, easy shut. And on the Z Sport model, you can see this door is kicked out a little bit. So if you're comparing the Sport to the Trail model, because right here it says Sport, the other one would say Trail. The Trail is a 50-inch wide, and this is a 60-inch wide. So what they did is they took longer, wider A-arms and widened this machine, and you can see how much wider the fender flares are. The Trail does not have these wider fender flares. And by doing that, I let them bow the door out a little bit. You can, it's not shut all the way. So the door is bowed out, which gives you a little more arm room on the inside there. So I always like to point that out when people are in the showroom. We have the 2 seats on both sides, one on each side. And then I've done a video in the past, last year, showing where the ECU is, air filter, how to get to the engine compartment. So scroll down our channel if you want to see that. Parking brake is right here. Just pull up on it, release it. Gear selector, park, reverse, neutral, high, and low. It's kind of inscribed in the plastic there. Pretty self-explanatory. When we sell machines, we always talk about high range and low range specifically. Really important to do. Alright, so all the dash controls. Our high beam and low beam is right there. The steering wheel does tilt. I have a little handle there. I'm going to pull on it. And wherever I let go of that little handle is where I'm going to stop the wheel. So I can change it wherever I want. Then you can see that display is moving with it. We have our storage in the front, which is where our winch controller plugs in, and also our USB ports. So if I can move this around enough, right there, there's our 2 USB ports. I like how they put them inside of there, because if you want to plug your phone in, you can keep it dry. It's got a little bit of a wet seal there. You know, if you're hitting it with a pressure washer at a bad angle, it might not be great. Start key switch, normal and sport mode, 2-wheel, 4-wheel diff lock mode. So you have 3 different drive modes, 12-volt accessories in the middle, extra knockouts if you guys want to put your own accessories in. We do have cup holders, 1 on each side. And then on this side we have more storage. So this one's really deep. It goes down quite a ways down on the bottom there. Grab handle on the passenger side is movable. If I loosened both of these, 1 on each side, I could slide the whole handle right out. You know, shorter, taller, depends on who's riding with you. This is that accessory head unit. Normally it would just be like a dished out tray. It would kind of carry this profile and then kind of like roll up on the back. So This is the head unit that we added. Let's just turn the key on real quick. We're not gonna, I can't have audio in the videos, which is kind of odd, but can't with YouTube policies. So we're in 2-wheel drive, park, 1 mile on it, full tank of fuel. Everything we sell has a full tank of fuel. Sorry, it's really hard to see this morning. And then here's that head unit. A lot of cool stuff packed in there. And there's other videos on the channel of that head unit, so I won't go into depth too much on that. And then as we move toward the back of the machine, I really like how the sport model comes with the storage bin. It is not stock on the trail. You can buy the storage bin. It's literally just, it's a molded top cap, and they're going to give you the screws. There's like 15 screws around on here. And then there's a mat on the inside. So if you bought this and you're like, man, some days I don't want that, it's simple. You just run these screws out and set this in the garage. It's lightweight construction, but it's durable, pretty waterproof, so it's going to give you guys nice storage. If it's just out there on the trail, you want to have some nice dry storage with you. Here's a better look at that rear bumper. Rear shocks right here. There's your compression clicker. You can even it says the word compression right on it. Look how easy that dry belt is to get to, literally right there. You got your 8 or 9 bolts around the outside of there. You can pull that compartment right off. Very easy to get to. Dual A-arm suspension in the rear. 2-inch receiver with a 1,500 pound towing capacity. This is the 83 horsepower engine in this one. Get a better shot of it, kinda. There's the motor compartment. Grease fittings on the A-arms, which everybody's always requesting still, which is very nice. Easy to maintain your machine. Let me start it for you guys. We'll give it a quick start here. This is where you fill your gas right here. So I'm not gonna drive it this morning because it would take my breath away. It's about 18 degrees out here this morning. It is warming up as the sun hits us, but I guess last we'll wrap this up. So difference between this and a trail model. So 950 Sport, 950 Trail. Trail model does not have compression adjustable shocks. It's just going to be a standard shock body, no adjustability to it. It's not going to have the boat outdoors. It's going to be a 50-inch wide machine versus a 60-inch wide machine. I think the winch should be the same capacity. The trail model does not have the rear storage bin. It's just going to be an open compartment. Not a big deal because you can add this if you want to. Those are going to be the main differences in the showroom when people are coming in. I'm like, well, if you want to fit between the trees, because around here, look, we are in nasty trees, super tight. We do really well with the trail models because it keeps you narrower. You get a lot more trail access, and if you're on your own property, creeping around. So trails certainly have a place in the dealership. It's just if you want a little bit wider, more stability with shock adjustability, we're going to jump you guys up to this model. So this is Jared at 3Cs, just doing a really quick walk around of the new Sport model. If you guys are in the area, come check us out. Enjoy the ride, and we'll see you on the trail.